And we are live, as live can be, here after SummerSlam. And what do we think, guys? What would we give this? Where are we going? DJ, welcome.
So first off, that sucked. You went back to lackadaisical, shitty intro, Brandon. You're supposed to be like, "Hello, everyone. This is fucking the SummerSlam edition of DJ and the Heel. I'm Brandon the Heel, and this is our lovely Batman DJ. And I'm fucking here to fucking celebrate and react to this show."
JJ, he's stealing my gimmick, JJ. That's gimmick infringement. I already labeled him the Robin, so now he's trying to come back trying to feel better about himself.
Batman came in to save the day and save your fucking intro. You're welcome.
Put your boy in check, JJ.
I had entrance music for you when you were supposed to come back, but obviously, shit happened, so you didn't get a chance to. But I had entrance music queued up for you.
Okay, JJ, you were all choppy there.
I was going to say, I feel like Riverside just hates JJ at this point. Because he was perfectly fine on his stream.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him.
I will fix it.
Welcome to the post show. I'm Brandon the Heel. I'm here with my partner, DJ, Dr. C's father, Dizzle Jizzle. We're here with Hollywood Gump. We're here with Chris C. from Last Call Podcast. We're here with JJ Alexander. Welcome. We are live as live can be on a Saturday night.
The greatest sausage fest on the internet, people, okay? Fucking Seth Rogen ain't got shit on this.
Let's start off with, as an entirety, what did we think of night one? DJ.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I feel like a fair amount of these matches delivered. There were a couple that were meh, especially the main event was the biggest case of meh, but I thought Cody and Punk wasn't too bad other than it dragged on a little too long. Io and Liv was a great opener. I thought the 6-man tag was actually really entertaining. The 6-woman tag was kind of... We'll get to that when we get to that. But overall as a show, I feel like it kind of over exceeded most people's expectations, especially with how bad WrestleMania weekend was and night one of WrestleMania was. So this is their best 2-day event of the year so far.
The best out of 2.
Yeah, we're only 1 day in. This means night 2 is going to suck.
JJ, what did you think of night 1?
I mean, 4 of the matches were tolerable. No, 3 of the matches were tolerable. 3 matches. 50%. I guess it's still a failing grade.
Yeah, JJ, I don't know.
JJ, you're still having technical difficulties, dude.
I'm going to go out. Check the...
I don't know what it is.
I blame Brock Lesnar.
We'll go to... I was going to say, Chris, tell us your thoughts, since you're the new guy on the block.
All right, so it's a tale of 2 halves. You had the first half, which was amazing. Nick Aldis and Gunther delivered better than I think any of us expected. EL versus Liv was great. The 6-man was wonderful, and then it got like, all right. Like the Bellas and Page was just, Cody and Punk dragged on just a bit too long, and then for less we can talk about Brock versus Elbow better, because it got almost comical. Kicking out after a tombstone on plywood, no saying it, B. A for the first part and C for the second part.
So what would you give it as a total grade?
A B.
A B? Hey, John, what about you?
Yeah, man, it was a good show. Truth be told, I didn't see much of the Liv Io match. I was a little late getting started. What I saw of it was good. The Cody Punk match, like DJ said, it drug on. It wasn't great at first. The 6-woman tag, Brie, looked really bad, but then I realized she was injured. So I don't have a whole lot of complaints about the show. It was good. I'll give it 7.5 out of 10.
I was figuring about a 7. EO Liv was good. The regular 6-man tag was good. We knew that Aldis looked good. He got over instead of going over, which we expected.
Yeah.
The 6-woman tag was what I expected it to be. The ending was the right decision, and the post of the match was exactly as I predicted. I think we all pretty much predicted that. The Cody and Punk match to me was slow and boring. It picked up in the last 2 minutes. You had the predictable ref bump. You had the predictable, Randy Orton return. And then, the Brock Lesnar match was a disappointment for a Hell in a Cell match. It really did nothing. There was like literally no point of the cell.
Yeah,
So I thought it was a 7 overall. It was better than the expectations I had. So, I really didn't have any major complaints. But this also on paper was the stronger of the 2 nights. So it kind of makes me worried about tomorrow.
See,
But,
that's where I disagree with you. I think tomorrow is actually the stronger of the 2 nights in terms of what's more important, and in terms of the star power. You got Roman and Seth, you got Danhausen and Dom, you got Penta and Gable. That 5-woman interim tag ladder match is actually going to be kind of more interesting than what we've got in terms of women's matches tonight. So in terms of stacked matches, I think night 2 is definitely going to be way more stacked. It's just they got to pull off a lot more.
I think night 2 is going to be dependent on that Penta and Gable match.
That's going to be match of the weekend. I'm calling it. Everyone's been saying it was going to be Gunther and all this. And don't get me wrong, that was a really good match, but Gable is going to steal the fucking show. And with the way he's been working with these luchadors, and he's kind of the one who helped Penta get acclimated to that WWE system. So I think he's going to pull the best match he can out of Penta. If there's anyone who can pull the best match out of Penta in WWE right now, it's definitely Gable.
Yeah.
Dr. Gina in his house. Welcome, welcome.
Finally, some estrogen. All these penises were annoying me. Fuck.
All right, before
I'm
we
in the
move
house.
before we move too far forward, Dr. Gina, what was your opinion as the show as a whole?
I thought it was really good. I mean, there was a few spots I was bored, but I mean, you're gonna get that in any show. But overall, like, I thought it was really good. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. I went into it though with a positive mindset. I think that helps always. You're gonna get that with me though, where I try to like force the positivity.
Yeah, but you also got to
follow me on X. You see, I try to force the positivity.
But you also got to curb your expectations as well.
Correct.
Lowered expectations.
Correct.
So,
and I will say that because there are people who are always expecting that you're going to see like 5 people coming in that we haven't seen, like all the surprises. Like you can't have the expectation inflation, and you also like there's a balance between it, right? so we can't have that expectation inflation, but like we have to be realistic in our expectations, and we also need to like just come in with a positive attitude of like it's going to be a good show. And if you come in with that expectation, I feel like you're going to enjoy the show. And I did with that expectation.
my biggest worry was the timing of the show. I think you and I spoke about that earlier in the day.
Yep.
And thankfully that was qualmed. They gave the matches the times that they needed. I was worried we were going to see like WrestleMania where everything was rushed like under 10 minutes because we had to get so many commercials and so many ads in. And honestly, the breaks in between the matches was not as obnoxious as at WrestleMania.
No, it wasn't. I did see somebody complaining on X about the ads. They were like, back in when I was a kid, you know, pay-per-views didn't have ads. It was forbidden. And I was like, well, that was because it was a pay-per-view. You paid for it. These are PLEs. These are premium live events. And they have ads to help pay for them. So you don't pay for the show. It's a little different when you pay for it. Like AEW, you pay for, it's a pay-per-view. So you pay for it, there's no ads. So it's a little different.
Yeah, people don't seem to understand the difference. I want to check in with JJ. Let's see if he's got his shit together.
I'm more clear now.
I mean, I hear you better.
Dude, it's
You're still
Riverside.
choppy to me.
Riverside does not like me because I had no problems during the entire 4 hours I was streaming.
I know.
Fucking, you know what, Brandon? We're gonna sue the people of Riverside specifically for JJ, and we're gonna get Stephen P. New on this.
But okay, let's break it down. Match by match. We start off with Io and Liv. Well, we had the usual Judgment Day. I almost said New Day. Judgment Day interference, and Io lost clean. Actually, pretty much after that interference was over with.
Yeah.
And Liv won. So let's go around with DJ. What was your thought on the match? The end? Where do we go from here?
I mean, the match I thought was actually pretty good. It was longer than the first one, so that's a plus on that side. I think Liv and Io work really well together because of their size, diminutive size, for lack of a better word. And the Judgment Day interference didn't bother me because it happened earlier in the match, and it really didn't play into the finish at all. So you knew it was coming, and they got it out the way so they can actually have a solid match. I didn't like the fact that one Io backflip equals neutron bomb in wrestling world, because those two sold like death after she did that backflip to the outside. You would have thought Nia Jax ran them over. I said that just purely to get a pop out of Chris. But yeah, and where we go from here, it depends if they just released some pictures of Stephanie working out again, so she should be back soon-ish. If not Stephanie, they might have to move one of those mid-card girls up into something new. Give it Liv and Lyra something. They may not say Liv's, truly a babyface, but people love her more than Lyra right now. I think you could get away with that as just a filler feud until you figure something out long-term. It just sucks right now because the Raw women's picture right now is slowly turning into the SmackDown women's picture because the SmackDown women's title picture is starting to get slightly more top-heavy.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Again, this one.
Let me go to John. John,
I could have said it myself. You got it, guys.
Well, you didn't see.
Got it.
Actually, I'm going to skip you because you said you didn't see this match, right? I'm sorry, Jack. Dr. C. Sorry. Chris C. What is your opinion on the first match?
Loved it. I thought it was, you saw people do different things. Judgment Day wasn't a big factor. Io sold like crazy. The finish makes sense. Again, the only minor gripe is just Judgment Day. They need to break that up. But unfortunately, we're going to get that until maybe after the World Games. So for now, it's, as DJ said, it's like, all right, well, I guess Stephanie Vaquero is next if she's healthy. If not, I don't know, do you call Becky Lynch and have her turn again? Do you, I don't know, try, maybe elevate somebody else? We might just get a rematch.
Steal a house with AJ Lee?
Healthy fully.
Chris, do you think we could steal a house with AJ Lee? AJ Lee and Liv? Just to steal a house for a pop?
It probably could, but when you hear AJ talk, she's like, she seems content with everything. Like, all right, maybe I'll come back, but I'm not really rushing it. So, again, I guess we're getting Io versus Liv 3, probably.
But in fairness, also, they pretty much set up that if AJ is coming back, it's not going to be in the title picture. The Bellas just turned on Paige, so that's the spot for AJ Lee to be in.
Oh, I know. I predicted that, but I was just throwing that out there because there's no one out. The thing about right now in Raw, they don't have any other real main eventers. Name another main eventer right now on the women's side that they got other than Liv.
Bailey, if they keep her.
You know what? That's it though. They don't have. There's no other right now. It's all mid-card women right now in Raw, and SmackDown is now turning into the top-heavy division because Rhea's over there, Charlotte's over there, Alexa's over there, Jade's over there. They have top-tier women over there. But another thing I wanted to add, because Chris brought up another point that I wanted to bring up before I forget about the Judgment Day. Who do you think's going to break up first, Judgment Day or the Death Riders?
Oh, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Hell, it's a toss-up.
There's at least some sort of cracks in the Judgment Day. Very small cracks. There's absolutely none in the Death Riders. That shit's going as long. I really feel that Tony Khan is just playing the game to see who could outlast the Bloodline or the Death Riders. Where he's just playing it. It's like a game of chicken.
The Bloodline's going nowhere.
As she's wearing her Roman shirt. As she's wearing her Roman shirt.
Bloodline's turning into the hepatitis line. Okay.
Hey.
JJ, let's see if we can get you in here. Let's leave the internet will work. What was your opinion on the women's world title match?
Solid match. I think the wrong person went over. Because now you have nothing to do with EO. This falls under the whole creative is complacent in what they just want to do, resting on their laurels until Mania. And the problem is, and I said this over on my feed, was, while DJ seems to think that the SmackDown side is top heavy, it's not. SmackDown is just trying to disguise mid-carders as main event talents, and Raw, everyone is mired in the mid-card. They don't have a main event scene on either show. And that's the problem of creating additional titles instead of actually trying to flesh out women's feuds that don't revolve around anything but fucking belts. So, solid match, but now, where do we go?
I'm sorry, Jay. I didn't catch any of that, to be honest with you.
Listen, I caught DJ's right. And that's all I needed to fucking hear.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. DJ's right, and let's move on to the next subject.
Can you hear me when I turn off my camera?
Yes,
actually, we can.
Okay, fine. All right. So
do you
looks
have
like I'm.
Wait, JJ. Do you have your camera also picking up audio at the same time? Could that be the reason?
No, because I'm wearing headphones.
And it's kind of like going over itself.
I'm wearing headphones, so no, it's not picking up any audio.
Weird.
Listen, fuck it. We solved the key.
Right.
All right. Well, JJ,
that's fine. Anyways,
like Deadpool said, give it to me again.
No problem. So I thought it was a solid match. I thought the wrong person went over because now we have nothing for EO. I believe that, it's the creative team staying complacent in whatever they already had planned until Mania of next year because they're resting on their laurels. And to debate what DJ said about SmackDown being top heavy and Raw not being, both shows have too many people mired in the mid card. The difference is SmackDown is trying to push those mid carders as main eventers, with the exception of Charlotte. They took out Alexa, so they don't have her there. Jade is a lost cause at this point. And they're just trying to shove mid-carders into the main event to try to cover up for it, with Rhea being hurt. So, and this is the problem with the creative team just making more belts instead of actually having women have any feuds of merit that don't involve belts.
The funny thing is, you have so many women that are not being used or not being used properly over at SmackDown. You can very easily bring them over. Jordan Grace.
Yep.
There's a baby face you could bring over. I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Julia.
Yep.
There's someone who could use a change of scenery. You could bring her over.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a fan of bringing Julia in the first place. I was actually one of the few people saying Stephanie was going to be the biggest star in the first place, and people thought I was fucking crazy. But then when I turned out to be right, they're like, "Oh shit, DJ!"
I knew Steph was going to be a bigger star, but Julia has fire to her. The problem was when Julia was trying to show her fire, they had her doing the exact same gimmick that Asuka was doing at the time.
Exactly. Not even at the same time in NXT, how they brought her up, it was the literally copy and paste Asuka's presentation. So she was, I wouldn't say doomed from the start, but she was definitely held back. and they pushed her up to the main roster way before she was ready, and now they don't know what to do with her. They tried giving her a manager, they just didn't give her the right one, and that didn't work. So I think the only thing left for her to do is make her the bad Japanese shooter bodyguard for someone who's a really good talking piece, like maybe an Alexa, or I'm trying to think who's a really good fucking talker right now that could just talk their way out of any situation. I don't really know right now.
They only gave her a manager while she was learning better English diction, which she has already done. So she really doesn't need a mouthpiece anymore. That was a band-aid for the time.
I mean, bring up Zarya from NXT and have her work with her. I feel like that would work.
But we have a saturation of women's talents already.
Well, yeah.
Holy fuck, Hub's here too? Jesus Christ. Are we just going to have a party here today?
This is where it's
Can
at.
I invite my mom? I'll send her the fucking link.
Send her the link. Let's get it going.
Gina, I guess I think the issue is just you've already brought up Tatum Paxton. Now you brought up Lola Vice. Now you have Ivy. Now you have all these people. It's like, all right, where are we going to put him? So, I don't know. It has to be like conversation if we need to either send people down, release people, or figure out, okay.
Well, we do. We need to figure out who the stars are in the mix, and then like they just did with Grayson Waller, they sent him back down. And I don't know that was necessarily the right call, but it was a call that needed to happen, I think, because he's shining. That promo that he did was phenomenal. Like, not to get off of SummerSlam, but that was a good call for what needed to happen. So sometimes that has to happen because we see what some people shine in one area and not in the other. And that just is what happens with talent, is some people will thrive in one environment and not in another environment. And so that's fine. Put them in that environment that they thrive in, and you just put them there, you know? And so maybe Julia would thrive in NXT. Let's throw her in NXT and see what she does there. Like, maybe we need to do that.
I think for Julia, the Julia situation is she just hasn't connected as a character to people. And
Correct.
That's part of the reason when you're in WWE, you can't rely on just the graps. You need to be able to connect to the audience with your character. So, I think that's part of the reason. When she was brought up to the main roster, she was first thrown into a random tag team with Roxanne, who she was feuding with the week before on NXT.
Right.
They had no plan. They moved her to SmackDown with no plan. They threw the U.S. title on her, which was,
too fast.
Yep.
And so I think before you pull that trigger on sending her back to NXT, you move her over to Raw. Give her a chance. See if there's something on Raw. Sometimes, a fresh coat of paint might do something for her. So, I think that, but I just found the whole situation about Julia and everyone losing their minds yesterday absolutely ridiculous. First off, she was losing the match anyway. They wanted to put Lash Legend in. Like, would the internet have been happier if it was a 20-minute match and then she lost? Like, are they mad she lost? Are they mad she lost in 2 minutes?
The only reason I'm mad is because I got cut so short.
I'm not sure what they're really even mad about. Or is it just the usual?
They're just mad to be mad, Brandon.
It was a squash.
What it comes down to.
It was a squash at the end of the day. No matter how you cut it, cut time, whatever, it qualifies as a squash match, and that's what went down there. For people Julia's not gotten over on the main roster, but they've also have not given you a reason to give a shit about Julia so far.
Yeah.
Since she has come up.
And to have someone who is a 2-time U.S. champion get squashed like that by a clumsy gazelle like Trash Legend is just a mockery.
And I get their hype on Lash Legend, but
I don't.
That probably wasn't it. And at the same time, Lash probably since Rumble has not had the same steam behind her, has not had the same hype. If anything, it's gone down. So I don't know what putting her in a ladder match, which is not going to show her strengths at all.
She's there to catch. She's there to catch. That's all she's there to do.
She's just going to get buried by ladders. That's literally going to be her role.
I don't know. I like Lash, but
All right,
I see.
hold on. I was gonna say, let's not get too far off the subject. We're still trying to talk about SummerSlam and this Liv EO match, and where are they going from
you ever
here?
watch?
Trouble.
You ever watch the movie Bambi? When Bambi's trying to walk on the ice, that's Lash Legend trying to run the ropes every match.
Okay, we get it.
But,
You don't like
but she saw an
I guess
elephant
someone
pee
doesn't
for
like
20
Lash.
minutes.
I guess someone doesn't like Lash.
That's
I
Oh,
call him like I see him.
Listen, Hub, you should have been there for the fucking 3-hour stream we just did of JJ just shitting on half the fucking roster that was
I
on
did
the
not
card.
shit on half the roster.
I mean,
There's
Chris,
people that I will
Chris,
also
might not-
talk about
once
that
again,
way.
he
Hold on,
might not be
we
wrong.
have an objective third party in the room. Chris, am I wrong for saying this?
I want to say half the roster, but a good chunk of it at least. I mean,
All right, 45%. Can I say 45%?
I'll say 40. We'll be generous. 40.
Bro,
meet
we
me
went
there.
over this. It was like 10%.
Dude, you were shitting on Nia for like half the time that I was there.
Exactly.
So,
Thank you very much, Brandon. I was defending Nia the whole
Not
stream.
compared to the amount. First off, hold on. First off, it's because Chris specifically triggers me when it comes to Nia. He does it on purpose. Second of all, between shitting on Brock, shitting on Punk, shitting on Cody, Toxic Attraction, or not Toxic Attraction, Fatal Influence.
Again,
Can we
just hit everyone?
That's half of the card right there. The Bellas.
Oh,
I
come
mean,
on. Who here
Alice.
thinks the Bellas are technical masters and are
No
amazing?
one, but don't deflect off the point here, JJ.
Well, before we get too, like you said, before we get too out of sorts, real quick, main event hub, BT, what was your opinion on the EO and Liv match?
I feel like the only reason Liv won was because of discourse of she hasn't defended the title at all. And they need to
Bingo.
give her a title defense, because if that's the case, what was the point of Danhausen cursing her?
Thank you.
There was no point to Danhausen cursing her if she was going to win. I think, honest to God, the discourse of her not having a successful title defense at all, or even defending it at all, played a big role in her retaining her tonight. And Liv's Reign's an example of, once again, WWE Creative doesn't know how to pivot when their plan A doesn't work, which is why she went till now without defending the title.
Okay, but Seth also went like 100 days. Or not Seth. CM Punk went 100 days without defending the title. Like, I could name a whole bunch
When?
of people.
When?
Jade did too. Jade did too
No,
recently.
Jade did
it
too.
was
Yeah,
Jade-
there was a
it
whole
was
bunch
Jade
of people
Cargill.
that went like 100 days without. So, like, we could name a bunch
This
of.
is
I've
well
seen all this
over
hate
100.
on
This is
Liv
from-
for not defending
here's
for
the
100
thing.
days, but like, so did a bunch of other people.
They didn't know what to do with Jade when she won. It was just get her the damn title, and that was it. Get off Stratton. They had no plan.
Yep.
With Liv, there was a plan, but that plan fell apart because Stephanie got hurt. And instead of pivoting and
Yep.
figuring something out, you had the entire division doormat from now until SummerSlam because you refused to adjust your plans revolving Liv.
Can I ask
So,
you,
hold
did
on.
you watch
Books till
Unreal?
stop.
Because also Liv got hurt, and then they were like, "Well, we really want you to win Royal Rumble and win this, but you're hurt. Are you ready to come back?" And she's like, "Well, I think so." And then she was trying to get ready, come back, and so maybe she was kind of ready, but also needed to heal a little bit more. So that might have played into why she was not doing so much.
She was
So,
in the Queen
like-
of the Ring.
Okay, kayfabe
Um,
aside, can we just
uh,
also understand she might have needed a little bit more time to heal before she was in the ring so much. Like-
Dr. Gina, if
But
I
here's
may,
the thing. If Stephanie was cleared and was able to wrestle, that was what they were going to do post-Mania, and she was going to be in that ring. They
But I
I'm
also
refused
talking
think
to
about
pivot.
Liv, not Stephanie. I'm talking about Liv, and that's why
I
she
know, and I'm
was
telling you straight up, if Stephanie was healthy, Liv would have still been wrestling. There wouldn't have been
Stephanie
Liv
said
needs a
she
break
needed-
because she's hurt.
Stephanie said, "I need time off," and she wanted time off. So Stephanie's
Yes.
wanted time off, so she took the time off.
Yes,
Well,
and if
hold on,
they
real
said
quick.
no,
Hold on. Hold on, real quick, because I wanted to piggyback off one point you made about Jade too, real quick, because they had the Jade thing is pretty much the same thing as the Liv situation, because they did have a plan overall with Jade winning the title. Their plan also was A, still hurt off of finger surgery, and B, planning to get pregnant by her current husband.
True story.
So that kind of threw all those wrench plans for Jade into a fucking giant wrench. Ergo, why their backup plan was, let's get this belt on Rhea. At least Rhea's still a star, and she'll draw us a couple ratings, a decent rating on SmackDown now with some star power. And guess what? They put the belt on her. Rhea got hurt fucking immediately. And then their backup plan for SmackDown got fucked, which is why the title picture is now where it is in terms of interim bullshit. So when we're applying that same logic they just did with Rhea to Raw, especially a now depleted Raw with nothing but mid-carders at best, there's not really a real plan for them to do anything with Io, because if Io wins, what heel is going to challenge her? Give me one real top heel right now on Raw that's going to challenge Io immediately for the title that's not named Liv Morgan or not in the Judgment Day.
they don't have a heel.
Yeah.
You can't.
Unless you bring back Becky, they don't have a heel.
So their best plan right now is
Because
to keep
everyone
the
else has
belt
been
on
mired
Liv
in the
and maybe
mid-card.
try to elevate some of their new faces, baby faces that they have, maybe up to that level, or maybe still. And I even said this as just, shits for giggles, but even still a fucking pay-per-view with Lyra and try to get that character off the ground or something, just for the hell of it.
Or Naomi comes back to claim her title, which I think is what's going to happen.
She's
pretty
looking
soon.
to pop out another kid.
Is she?
She wants to. I'm not saying she is pregnant. She wants to be
I
pregnant.
hadn't
again.
heard that, so I didn't know that.
Has she even had the
She
kid
wants
yet?
to have she wants
Yeah.
to have. Oh yeah, she had the
Yeah.
first one. She wants to have.
Yeah.
She wants to have multiple children, and her window.
Okay,
closing.
well, I didn't know that. All right.
JJ, I saw you did have your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Dr. Gina, you seem like a very wonderful person. But I just want to say that Unreal is 10,000% a total work. And you cannot
No, I
believe
know
a
that,
single
but
word that you see on there.
it does give you a little bit of information as far as like when people say like they want to take time off.
It
things
gives you
like
whatever they want to show you. Trust me,
Yeah.
I've been in this business
As
for 2
does
decades.
any reality show, right?
Yeah.
Reality shows are
And it's written
scripted.
by like their creative team is primarily reality TV writers, so that's why they're just writing
Correct.
2 shows.
No, but like it's still giving you some information of as far as what they want you to know, is what I'm saying.
They don't want you to know
That's
the truth, trust
information
me.
that they want you to know.
They want you
like-
to think you know what's going on.
Well, so not necessarily kayfabe, but in a way kayfabe. Like
It's the new kayfabe.
information that they want you to be processing while you're processing information. So
It's-
that's what I was going off of when I say that.
Yeah, it's a lot of misdirection, and it's a lot of messing with the wannabe dirt sheets. That's all that show is there for.
Well,
especially season 3. Season 3 is definitely them getting high off of their own parts, saying all their own ideas were
Because they
great.
got an Emmy nomination, that's why.
And you guys should love our ideas because we're
Well,
happy with everything
that's what
we're
Unreal
putting
was
out.
for to begin with, was so that they could get an Emmy nomination. Like
Right.
that was clear from the get go.
Sorry, yeah, we're off topic.
So any last thoughts about Io and Liv before we move on to the next match?
No, this
Yes,
is my
just a quick thought here. I think the biggest thing I was saying with Dr. Gina is that this is a culmination of Liv having to do a King of the Ring, and then, we can't break up the Judgment Day because we still need them for War Games. And like in a perfect world, you could have had Liv defend the title more. We've gotten Io versus Liv, which is a great 1-2, but we're going to film because we got to wait for, unfortunately, Stephanie come back. We got to wait for Judgment Day to break up, and then hopefully we'll get something different. But again, I can't complain about the match. The match was great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was a phenomenal match.
So for the next match, and honestly, I enjoyed this match purely because of entertainment value. I thought this, in terms of a fun wrestling match, this is what I can get into in terms of fun in wrestling. You know what I mean? This was somewhat of a fun match. Solo, LA Knight, Royce Keys. even though I'll complain about Royce Keys a bit, versus the Bloodline.
Shocking.
I thought this. So here's my complaining about Royce Keys. Fuck it, I'm gonna get it out the fucking way just to piss off Brandon now, because I was gonna save it for last. Came out to no fucking pop. No, not even a fucking cricket. You could hear a mouse pissing on cotton
You're
in that
full of
fucking
shit.
arena. No,
Nah,
that
dude,
full
he
of
got like
shit,
no,
my
no,
ass.
Brandon.
They
He really
were
got no
silent.
reaction.
He got zero fucking reaction. My mom would have gotten more reaction. My sister would have gotten more reaction. My cat would have gotten more reaction. The live corpse of Larry would have gotten more of a reaction than Royce Keys. That shit was sad and abysmal. They did eventually give him some pops once he started showing off his power moves, and I admitted those pops when it happened. But most of that match and most of the presentation of Royce Keys, they did not give a single solitary fuck about him. And that's sad with how bad they're giving this illusion that they're pushing him. This babyface run has been a failure, it's been a letdown, and it's been a detriment on Royce Keys. But as far as the match goes, he looked good. He did some good power spots other than the one botch with Jimmy on the fucking turnbuckle where he couldn't get Jimmy up. It took him forever to get Jimmy up, and when they eventually did it, it looked like shit. We got the best part about this match, there was a bare minimum of Jey Uso. So that helped a lot in terms of the quality.
He did take a nice head bump at the end.
Oh yeah, for the BFT, but I'm just saying in terms of the match and why it was so good, we didn't have to see Jey wrestle most of the match. So that helped. And everyone, Jacob's a phenomenal worker, is best in the fucking family. I don't care what no one says. Like, the shit he can do is just so crisp, so amazing for a guy that size. I'm just in awe every time I watch him. Jimmy was there, so that's pretty much telling everyone Jimmy's contribution to the match. And LA Knight and Solo were kind of the stars. LA Knight was the star because he was the most over, and Solo was the star because he's starting to get over, especially when he stole Jay's yeeting spot. No, I said this to JJ because JJ, I forgot what JJ said, and you can remind me when you say something about what you said during stream. But I was like, no one else right now would be able to get away with that spot other than Solo because he's starting to get that over as a babyface. I think it's working for him.
It's
I think
misdirection.
This new character is showing that he's more likable, and he's different. And it's different from everyone else in the bloodline. It's making him stand out. He's not just a Samoan guy. He's a guy with personality.
It's a misdirection because ultimately, because he popped a couple of one-liners, people think he's a babyface. But I'm telling you right now, we're in the middle of this story, and those three guys that went over tonight are going to be the heels on the other side of the cage in War Games.
No.
Bloodline or heels?
I think
Nope.
Solo will probably be back a heel at one point. The other two, Royce Keys will be lucky to see him in War Games. But
no, they know they're going to have to flip a heel to get anyone to care about him.
I think Royce, yeah, you have to know. But once again, this is another example of same with Julia, they haven't given us a reason to give a shit about Royce Keys.
Yep.
Why should I care about Royce Keys?
And I talked about this slightly on my stream, but that's the fault of Cody. And Cody wanting to, currying favor and getting his friends jobs. And this, because it's the same story that he had in AEW. It's here comes Willie Hobbs. He's Cody's friend who you have to have sympathy for because his brother got killed, which, yes, it's a good human interest story. But, oh, wait, he can't get over as a baby face. Okay, let's just flip him heel and make him a monster. That's what's going to happen because Cody can't let go of the fact that his creative ideas suck balls.
I don't blame Cody for that. I blame the fact that they debuted him in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that was a major problem.
Where no one there knows what AEW is.
Exactly. Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure...
Who's been bitching about that exact same thing, though, since it happened? Like, literally, he's been doomed from the fucking start. And I haven't been touting this point because I want this guy to fail in WWE. I want him to succeed. Why I said go with the fucking obvious and pair him with Ricky. Ricky's a great mouthpiece, but he's not interesting outside of his talking. If you give him a giant fucking brolic black guy who beats up people for him while he's talking shit behind him, yes, that'll work. It's worked throughout the dawn of fucking time. Big Bubba and Jim Cornette, fucking Diesel and fucking Shawn. The list goes on and on.
Got a little scared for Ricky Starks off topic there. Or Ricky Saints.
Or Saints, sorry.
But if they just did the vignettes up to his debut, say maybe the Andre Battle Royal or even the SmackDown after Mania,
Right.
and they didn't debut him at the Rumble, I think he has a better chance of being over right now. But
Yeah.
the fact is, they debuted him in Saudi Arabia to no pop, where the casual WWE fan who doesn't watch AEW has no idea who this is, and the crowd didn't give a shit who he was when he debuted.
And then,
And
they,
then-
all,
And then
You
they kept
tried-
him off TV for 2 months.
they expected
Come off TV,
Stephanie's
then-
fucking podcast to do the legwork for it.
No one listens to that shit.
Exactly. That's why it fails.
And he's someone that should have started in NXT,
Absolutely.
but I know he negotiated to go straight to the main roster. But I don't think you can blame Cody for Royce Keys not being over right now. That's on them needing bodies for the Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
They didn't need him to fill up bodies. They could have thrown
Right.
Tozawa out there.
They could have put
They didn't
NXT
need
talent in there. They brought guys from AAA over. Like,
They
Sorry.
wanted a surprise. They wanted a surprise person. They thought Powerhouse Hobbs. Why they introduced when his Titantron came up, it was Powerhouse Hobbs, and they switched to Royce Keys. They thought, oh, people will know who he is. He was on national TV in AEW. Just to find out, hey, Saudi Arabia doesn't watch AEW.
Not even that. They did it purely as a fuck you to Tony. They wanted Hobbs from the beginning. They had interest in him for years, and once he was able to show interest back, and the stories started to come out that he wanted to go, and WWE was his place to go. Why do you think they had the Titantron as Powerhouse Hobbs? They don't do that shit unless they want to say fuck you to Tony in their own subliminal way. Again, and I agree. Debuting him in Saudi Arabia was not the move. But the issue was they debuted him in Saudi Arabia and followed up with fucking nothing. And then when they did finally follow up, they expected people to start giving a shit. No. Again, if you're going to follow him up doing it that way, have him come in as a heel, beat up some up-and-coming babyface. Honestly, what I would have had him go straight for Cody. Yes, it's launching him to the moon, but you ain't gonna get any other more main events with him in the fucking future anyway. Might as well steal one now while he's new, before anyone gets a whiff of what they really fucking got with him.
They should have done what they did with Braun Strowman when he broke away from the Wyatt family and just feed him random jobber after jobber for months.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that didn't really work out so well for him.
For Strowman?
He made
Not
millions
really,
of
when you
dollars and
think
held
about
the
it
world
long
title a couple of
term.
times.
I mean, it did, and then
worked
it
out.
didn't.
He had a high
He got
profile
paid.
feud with Roman. He had a major feud with Brock. He won the
Got to work
Universal
Goldberg.
title. Then had a swamp fuck fest with Bray Wyatt for some reason.
Okay, I mean, it did, but then.
And
I'm
he
just
got his
thinking
own TV show on USA Network.
Right, he's getting paid.
The best wrestling show on Friday nights. The best wrestling show on Friday nights. Eating with Braun Strowman.
Dr. Gina.
All right, fine, it did. I'm just thinking long term. I'm long term. It didn't, but
Long term,
you're right,
he's hosting
you're right,
the best
it did.
wrestling show on Fridays.
I am a big Braun Strowman fan. He's from my home state of Wisconsin. I love Braun Strowman, so don't get
That
me wrong.
sucks. I'm sorry for that.
I get what Dr. Gina trying to say. It's again the big problem is there's so many damn wrestlers. They have to fit everybody in.
One second, guys. I'm sorry. To be fair, Main Event Hub does have an issue with someone from Wisconsin. I'm going to leave it at that. So,
I'm not liked in Wisconsin.
Where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts. I went
okay.
before I did the Main Event Hub. My co-host, who's actually a indie manager in Wisconsin right now, runs his own promotion also. is actually from Wisconsin. Yeah, it's from
Oh, I
Wisconsin.
thought you were going to say you were from Illinois. I was like, that makes sense.
BT, where in
never
Mass
been
are
to
you?
Chicago.
From Wisconsin.
I am
BT.
in near Braintree, Mass.
Okay, I'm
That's
familiar.
where my brother-in-law's from. That's awesome.
Been to a few
I'm sorry. Who did
shows
I
in that
step?
area.
Who's talking that I stepped on?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the flow. My apologies.
You stepped
Yeah,
on
never-
Chris.
For not
Chris,
respecting
I'm sorry.
Igor Strowman.
No worries. So,
I have full respect for Braun Strowman. Don't even.
but again, I getting back to what Gina said in this match, like Royce is the only guy here that we don't know anything about still. He hasn't had a feud. It was, let's start with Kingston Trip and do this weird thing, and then fell right into the bloodline. And again, it's been like, oh, why should we care? I mean, I like the match. This is about getting Solo over as a babyface. I know JJ's insisting the bloodline is babyfaces. And it's tweener versus tweener because, hey, we got to sell merch. Both groups have to sell merch. Can't give up the merch. So, again, I think with Royce, there's going to have to be either got to give him a feud, got to do something different because right now I think people don't know, like, all right, he's a big guy. What else? Why should we care? And creative with a lot of these guys, especially in a 6-man match, haven't given us a reason to care. It's still like, all right, why do we care about this bloodline versus outsiders feud? Who's the heel? Oh, we don't know. We're still selling merch, and we can yeet. JJ, you need to yeet.
Go ahead, Gina.
No, I was just putting my finger. You said
I
bloodline.
thought you were raising your hand. I thought you were raising your hand to say
I'm
something.
just acknowledging the bloodline. I do think, however, that eventually we're going to get to a situation where there are multiple factions of the bloodline, all different
Give me a water.
aspects, and they're all, I'm hoping, talking about war games, that we're going to have, like, not war games. What am I? Here, I've had too many of these. I don't know what this is streaming on, so I tried to cover it to protect your. This is a streamer, knowing how this works.
You don't got to protect nothing. We're outlaws.
Well, I wasn't sure, so I was trying to help you
We're
out.
streaming on Heels OnlyFans.
Speaking of outlaws, if you ever feel like you're down and you want to get up, use the promo code DJ and Heel at Blue Chew.
That was perfect product placement. So what am I talking about? Not war games. Help me out, Brandon.
Talking about Survivor Series?
Thank you. Yes.
War games,
Survivor
you're right.
Series. Yeah, no, my brain's not working anymore. My brain shut off like an hour ago. So, yeah, no, I think that we're going to see, like, I'm hoping anyway, that we're going to do, like, and I know everybody here that hates the bloodline is going to, like, hate me for this, but I want to see, like, a 3-faction Survivor Series setup, like, where there's 3 of them going at each other instead of 2.
WCW did that. It did not work out well.
What?
I feel like I just got.
You're thinking of World War III,
porn
Brandon.
to me.
No,
I
WCW
want, like,
did a 3-way War Games.
And
I
it was like
wanna
you did
see
it when they
this.
did
Piper-
the first.
It was Piper's
NXT did it
team,
too.
and then like Warrior was in it.
I think it would be
DDP had a team.
fucking beautiful. Like, I want to see this because if you think through all the history of WWE, is there a longer history storyline than the bloodline? I'll wait.
Who threw the pie at Kevin Owens?
Wait, what? Longer
But, like, who are you
storyline
putting in
history
there?
than the
Who
bloodline.
are you putting in there? Are you shoving the Tongans back in?
Well, I mean,
No.
all of the weaving of the whole bloodline, because they are all connected.
You putting Honorary Who's Sami Zayn in there? I know
No.
you're not putting the
Don't
beggar
even-
Zilla
don't even-
Fatu in there.
Have you?
Listen,
you don't know me.
it
You
all
don't
depends
know
on-
me if you're gonna try and throw Sami Zayn in there. I don't want to hear Sami Zayn's name.
You mean the savior of the bloodline
wrong,
storyline
I
a few
mean,
years back?
Listen,
You'd have to throw. So Gina, as much as you wouldn't want to acknowledge it, you'd have to throw Sammy in there purely due to kayfabe. Purely due to the
True
kayfabe.
story.
I'd rather
And
sit.
after that, hold on, and and it all still weighs on the fact of one giant, big-headed, bald fuck who is desperate to put his nose into a major storyline, which he will tomorrow night. I'm calling it right now.
The
I'm
Rock
still
is not
calling
showing
it.
up.
Real
Real
quick,
quick,
No,
guys. JJ.
that's why Haku was there last night. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. JJ. Fall Brawl
Yeah.
98. Team WCW team
That's
versus
right. That's
NWO
right.
Hollywood versus
Yeah, you're
NWO
right.
Wolfpack.
Yeah.
It was Dallas Page, Roddy Piper, and the Warrior against Hogan, Brett, and Stevie Ray against Kevin Nash, Sting, and Lex Luger.
Yeah.
So they did do it, and it was one of the worst war games
it
of all
was
time.
technically war games, but it was teams of 3, so it kind of wasn't. But yeah, they called it war games.
No, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I think we're going to see the same kind of thing. So thank you for bringing that up, Brandon, because that's exactly what I think we're going to see again. Let me piece it all together.
I don't think you have anyone ready.
Nope, but I think we're going to get there. We don't have to be ready right now. We have time.
You're not okay. But
what
you're
is
not
that?
shoving
September, November. When is that?
November.
Jay, Jimmy,
October, November, right?
So
we got time. It's getting there.
Roman,
we have time.
Jay, Jimmy, Jacob, Solo. That's only 5, unless you're adding in.
We got lots. We got lots of time.
And Tama.
We got lots of time. I will piece this all together. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I swear, if you're putting the beggar Zilla Fatu in your little match,
Zilla's gonna be in there, but he's gonna be on the babyface bloodline team.
That man's indie highlight is begging for a job.
Zilla
That's
will
that
be
man's
in
highlight. That man is 2 packs of ass. He sucks.
Stay tuned.
He is so
I've seen far worse than Zilla's Hot 2. I have booked far worse than Zilla's Hot 2.
He is not good. He is not good. For the height that he gets, he is not good.
He's already signed.
Anyway, this train is falling far as fuck off the rails, and I'm trying to bring it back so I can check it shoot you.
Brandon, I'm just going to say, you asked me to join.
I know, and I'm fine.
And now we're talking about the Polynesian Gilmore Girls.
Hey, I'm Polynesian, so fuck off.
Any last words on this 6-man tag match before we move on?
No, I got way too much time for a match that really was just okay.
Yeah. Let's move on. Gunther beat Nick Aldis by a submission, 11 minutes, 40 seconds. I thought Aldis looked great.
Hell yeah.
I thought the match was good. It was exactly what it was supposed to do. So, let's go the main event hub.
So, while we're recording, they have announced Nick Aldis is officially reinstated as SmackDown General Manager. So he isn't going to be getting this last run, it looks like. But
so it is a one-off.
It looks like it's going to be a one-off. They officially reinstated him.
I think you'll see him again in the ring. I don't think it's the last match he'll ever have, but he's not going to be.
I think there's a chance. It has to make sense. Because what are we going to do? What are we going to do every time he wants to wrestle? We're just going to take away the GM role for him for a week?
Honestly, I think the next time he has a match is going to be WrestleMania, and I think it's going to be against Pierce.
Pierce is never getting in the ring again, dude.
Pierce has really bad neck problems. A lot of people don't remember that shit. He has really bad neck and back problems, dude.
Are both of them going to be stripped of the GM title for a week?
I mean, he did say that he had one more match in him, Adam Pierce.
He just says that.
So I'm just going by what he had said.
He just says
everyone says that. Mick Foley still fucking says that.
Dude,
and he can't stand for longer than 2 minutes.
I say that, and I got one fucking leg.
If you want scum. Dude, Hulk Hogan, before he was dead, even was saying, I had one more match in me.
They've all got one
Chris,
more
do you have one more match in you?
I do not. I have had no matches in me. But yes, unfortunately, for some guys, I think fortunately we're going to get more out of Nick Aldis. So he looked amazing this match. I thought this was the best match of the night. It's an old, as JJ would say, it's an old school NWA style match. And Gunther got the win. Nick got over, and again, Nick Aldis looks better than 85% of the roster.
Yep.
DJ.
So, for me, this match was pretty much what I expected it to be. It was a good, solid match. Nick Aldis definitely showed he still hasn't lost too much of a step. I'm with Hub on the part where I think this is mainly a one-off unless it makes sense. Like, Gunther got his win. There's no need for him to ever fight Aldis again. Aldis has nothing that Gunther wants, unless Aldis is like going to prevent him from getting title shots because he's pissed he's lost. Something like that. But I don't see them going that deep. I think this was just a one-off to give Nick, a chance to wrestle in front of his wife and kid. The only reason I think this was a one-off because they came in the ring, kissed him, hugged him, and the camera's, stuck on it. That's usually for like a retirement, or this is the only time you're going to see this, so enjoy it while you got it type thing. So I thought it was a good match, though. Gunther should have won. I thought he should have won in slightly more of a dominant fashion, but beggars can't be choosers.
What are you doing,
JJ.
Gunther?
What?
That's an issue. There's nothing to do with him.
No,
maybe give him a world title shot against Punk again. That's it. Does anyone want to see that match again? I don't.
No. So,
I mean, I think you can. It depends where it goes with Sammy tomorrow. If Sammy loses, you could go Gunther Sammy.
Again?
You're doing again with that. No matter what you do with Gunther, it's going to be again. Whether it's Cody, whether it's Punk, whether against Sammy, because there's no one else on SmackDown. So you're going to go in
Let's
circles.
move him back to Raw, and honestly, let's use him as an opponent for Roman. I'd be more excited for a Gunther Roman matchup right now.
That's getting held off till after Saudi.
What was
I don't
that,
think Roman wants
Jay?
to go through all those chops.
At least I'd rather see Gunther and Roman than Oba and Roman right now.
That's not happening.
If that's
We're saying all this, but his ass is probably going to get stuck with like Baron Corbin next.
Good God.
Okay, so can I?
Yeah, go ahead, JJ. Sorry.
Yeah, so I think this is a class. I think once again this is a bunch of misdirection because tonight was a litmus test to see how much of a crowd.
JJ, I can't. You're very low.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Okay, so I think tonight was a bit of misdirection by them saying, "Oh, all this has been reinstated," because what I believe is going to happen is all this is going to come out on Friday and say, "Well, I respect being GM and I have loved it. I realized after being in the ring last week that this is where my heart belongs. And when my wife and child came into the ring, my son whispered in my ear, 'Go get him, Daddy.' And all this is going to actually return to full time. Because you can't have a guy that looks that goddamn good physically and that jacked and in the ring to go back to wearing a suit and being neutered every week. You just can't. If you do, it's stupid and it's going to make people lose interest. Whereas they got a guy who they could get a solid 5-year run out of.
So it
I
might
just
be
want
a
you to say,
bad.
"Go get him, Daddy," again. Can you say that one
So
more?
there was a
Daddy.
backstage. So it was a backstage segment between Triple H and Nick Aldis that Aldis got reinstated. So I think that one's pretty helpful.
Well, JJ is saying it's misdirection, so then on Friday he's going to reverse course. So
Right.
Well, I honestly, I think it is going to be a long. I don't see how you run with him as a. So I don't know how you pretty much go from hey, you're GM again to you're not GM to back as GM to yeah, never mind, I don't want to be GM.
I mean, they did it with Danielson.
Right.
Yeah, but he
officially
immediately
unretired.
But that was immediately. They've already ran the backstage angle tonight. All this year's GM again.
Yeah, but what they did was they said that he was suspended from being GM. And then they just said, okay, you're reinstated. So he wasn't fired as GM. He was just suspended. But now he's going to go and say, listen, I appreciate everything that I've done, but I realized after being in there that I've still got a lot left in me. And especially because Gunther will come out and say, blah, 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 blah. And, I told you couldn't hack it. And all this said, I took you to the limit, didn't I? And then we're off to the races.
I think him and Gunther are done.
I don't think so. Not by a long shot.
All right. I wasn't watching what was going on in the after show, but Randy's there, and she said that Rhea's must be going back to Netflix when she returns, and Liv's starting shit. So I don't know what just happened, but that was 3 minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know what just happened, but something just happened.
And apparently Punk
Randy
also
is a
called
friend
out
of ours
Obafemi.
that's in our group chat, and she is at SummerSlam right now. So,
and supposedly Punk called out Obafemi.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, that one's not happening.
But
when we get to that one, that's another one.
Yeah, let's stay on track. So that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it with Gunther and Aldis. Anyone else got final thoughts?
More.
I'm gonna miss Nick. Gonna miss him.
Now
nice
we
touch.
Came,
came out to Oasis.
I couldn't hear the music.
It was Oasis.
We'll go back and hear that, but that's cool. All right, so we had Fatal Influence against the Bellas and Paige.
I want to go first.
I don't think we need to spend too much time on this, but go ahead.
Oh my God. Fuck you. I want to spend a few minutes fucking dissecting this shit. This was a clusterfuck of epic proportions. Oh, so first off, Brie got fucked early in the match. She got fucked during that double stomp to the stairs. You can see her immediately selling that said shoulder. And honestly, respects to Brie Bella, because she stuck it out through most of that match. She was the Ricky Morton of that match, and she stuck it out because she was definitely fucked. Anyone with two eyes can see she was fucked. Fatal Influence, they came out to no pop. They kind of fed into the narrative that JJ is going with, that, no one gives a shit. There are people who slightly give a shit about Fatal Influence, but this pay-per-view showing did not help that image. The match was definitely clunky. There were botches everywhere. Half the match, girls were green as shit. The other half were girls who were on the Over the Hill gang. So this was doomed to fail. But Paige, they got to the finish. Paige took the pin. Everyone predicted that the Bellows was going to turn on them. I predicted this months ago. I'm assuming they're going to do the Bellas versus Paige and AJ Lee thing.
No,
that's kind of the obvious thing. Listen, it's the obvious thing to go with.
Put that
it's
evil
nostalgia,
on me, Ricky Bobby.
I ain't putting no evil on you. The evil's already here. You can't blame me this time. But yeah, that's probably going to be the match. It's not going to be for the belts because they honestly don't need it. It's the nostalgia is going to be enough. And I think that WWE, and specifically Triple H, thinks the tag team match is going to hide all the weaknesses of all the women in that match. And what he's going to come to realize when this comes to pass, he's wrong, because it's going to end up like him and Michaels versus Kane and Taker. Almost step by step. But this was a giant clusterfuck. I gave this like a 1.25 stars. And the only reason I gave him a star because they all came out and Fallon Henley's tits look great. So those are my thoughts, and I'm glad I said that while Dr. Gina was gone, so I don't seem that sexist.
I think she still heard you.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
JJ, you got opinions on this?
Oh, this match is fucking terrible, dude. And I gotta tag in and blame Chris Connor over here, because I even said going in a week ago, like, yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious that they're going to turn on Paige. And Chris was like, no. The Bellas said that they want to stay baby faces. And I said, well, the only way you can save this match then is to have Paige turn heel and join Temu Toxic Attraction to actually give them something for someone to care about. But, God forbid the creative team does something creative. So instead, we got the most predictive fucking shit on the damn planet, and we had an ass in an ass basket match leading up to it.
Listen, the one thing I've learned about listening to Chris is he tends to trigger all your worst instincts. So you got to ignore him sometimes.
Chris isn't the one predicting fucking Paige and AJ Lee.
Well, Chris, you want to chime in?
Yeah, the match was bad. Look, it's and I hate this. I hated it because it took away from, Fatal Influence. This was about, okay, who's turning? Is it Paige? Is it one of the Bellas? And it was the Bellas. They're not good anymore. And look, I get it. Look, they are more mainstream than anybody in WWE female roster, except for maybe the Elite of the Elite. They are all over the place. All the divas looked up to them. It's just not good. But hey, maybe we get lucky. Maybe Tatum Paxley is brought in as basically Paige's partner. And just for JJ,
that's an option. You know what? I wanted to say that is that is a good option.
Here. I hope that the next GM of SmackDown is Santino Marella.
Shut up.
That is a good point, though, Chris, because if you're not going to bring AJ Lee back, Tatum as almost like the understudy to Paige with that, the same kind of pale skin gothic look, that could work. So that is a good idea that I never really, I didn't even think about that. I automatically put her, somehow being connected to Lyra because of the shit they did in NXT. But that's actually a good thing there, and it could help hopefully get Tatum over.
Well, Tatum just did a promo with, not promo, but an interview kind of with Denise Salcedo, and she already kind of teased something with Tatum. So
Tatum teased with Tatum?
Yeah, I
said Lyra teased something with Tatum.
No, you said Tatum something with Tatum.
I meant in my mind I said Lyra and Tatum.
It doesn't matter. It's live. There's no editing, pal.
We're live, pal.
Hub, what did you think of what was expected to be the worst match of the night?
It's what we do.
This?
Really, if anyone had any high expectations for this match heading in, just go away. Right people won. The expected heel turn happened. It's going to be a great episode on Real. It's what we do. Next match.
No, hold on. Quick question, real quick. Just because I want to get everyone's thoughts other than JJ's, because I already known it, because I heard it for 3 fucking hours. Does everyone think Fatal Influence is dead as a group, or do they have some type of potential? Because I think they do.
I think they have potential.
They're not dead as a group at all.
No.
I didn't say they were dead as a group. I said they had go away heat.
What's the difference?
I don't think the people hate them, though. I think they just get casual boos, and that's really it. I don't think people full blown get off my TV kind of thing.
All right, let's start this co-main event, or what everyone's calling a co-main event, but the second to last match. Cody versus Punk.
Went 30 minutes.
37 minutes.
37
minutes. 30
minutes.
minutes too long.
Thank you.
Did it really go almost 40? Wikipedia is telling me 30-10.
Yeah, they almost went 40.
We stopped watch that shit.
Wikipedia is lying to me then. Anyway,
It
went over.
No, Wikipedia lies.
Bell to bell.
What?
Was 37 and change.
Wow, they got AEW time for the main event match. Cool.
No, that's what I'm saying. This got way more time than the actual main event. Like, this
Yeah.
was crazy.
I mean, there was a
This
reason
was
for
longer
that.
than I think the first 2.5 matches combined. No, actually, no. Fuck it. I'll go say first 3 matches.
Well, according to my stuff here, Liv and Io went 13:35. The 6-man went 11. Gunther and Nick Aldis went 11:40, and Fatal Influence match went 7.5 minutes. So yeah,
I lied. It went as long as the first 4 fucking matches combined.
Almost.
By like a minute and a half. That, like, this match, the one bad thing I will say about this match, it dragged.
Yep.
Especially after the 20-minute mark, and you knew both Cody and Punk were fucking winded.
Mm-hmm.
They were sucking air out of the front row.
Yep.
You could see they were gassed, and they were moving at a snail's pace.
All gas, no
And
brakes.
And that's fine if you're the actual main event, but if you're the second to last match, you're dragging on. No matter if the fucking main event's going to be short as shit for no fucking reason anyway.
Well, I know when I'm getting up and just walking away because I'm bored with the match, that it's bad. Like,
Yep.
I know when I have time to just walk around and do other things, like, that's bad.
But the
keeping me
thing about that
engaged.
though, listen, but the thing about that though, Gina, is I think it's less of a CM Punk problem and more of a Cody Rhodes problem at this
Right,
point.
because it's
It's a both
repetitive.
of
It's
them
the same
problem.
thing over and over and over again, and everybody knows what's going to happen. So, like, do new shit.
No,
They
but
should have made
I
it
don't
the
think-
street
I don't
fight.
think. So hold on.
Yeah,
because
they
JJ
should have
said
made it a street fight for sure.
But JJ said both of them, and I think Cody's definitely a bigger abuser than Punk. Punk can definitely get away with it more than Cody because he knows how to do shortcuts and shit
Yeah,
and tricks to not make it seem like Punk's lost a
repetitive.
step.
Right.
You know what I mean? To where Cody does the same shit repetitively every match, all the fucking time.
Yeah, you could write it like a script.
Cody Rhodes is like the Young Bucks. You see one of his matches, you've seen them fucking all.
Yep.
It is uncanny. And they're so boring, and it's like he does nothing new.
Yep.
So it's like you don't want to sit through a long Cody Rhodes match, him doing all the same shit repetitively. How many fucking times did he set up the Cody cutter or set up a disaster kick?
Yep.
That's half the fucking match right there. And then he eventually started working the knee because that was the story of the match.
Yeah.
And that was actually the one part of the match I did enjoy. Fuck, somebody actually working a body part and trying to get some heat and working like a fucking heel. Cody working like a heel. It was great to see. But then we're back to babyface fucking depleted Cody by the end of the match. And this match means nothing because he's not turning heel.
Right. Well, Cody Lander came out, so we saw that a little
What the
bit.
fuck was up with that goddamn helmet?
Gina and I were actually joking about that earlier.
We were joking about it beforehand.
I didn't think the stupid Skeletor mask could get fucking worse. And then he came out with that fucking abomination.
It
Better
wasn't
than him
that
wearing the
CM
actual
Punk
wig
moonsault.
go to the ring.
If he had the Guile wig under, yeah, I would have popped too.
No, she wants the heel.
Oh, the beat up Brody Lee hair.
Yeah.
But like I said, as far as this match, I gave it like 3.5. It wasn't like, in terms of quality, it wasn't terrible. Like, but it dragged on. Nobody really gave a shit about Cody until he started, like, made it clear he was the heel in the match and started working like a heel. Then the match started to work a bit, but went too long. Right winner. I'm glad Randy's back. I mean, I told Brandon before the show even happened, when me and him were kind of pre-talking about it on the show, I'm like, I think Randy's going to... Once he told me that it wasn't main eventing, I'm like, oh yeah, they're not turning Cody heel. Randy's returning. Soon as because that's the only thing. That's the only reason why it didn't main event, because they were returning Randy. They didn't want Randy to be the sole talking point of the show. They wanted the focal point to be Brock and Oba. So let's have him return for the match after they take fucking forever. But yeah,
But the good part
that's
is we're getting Cody from the title picture, so that's a
No,
positive.
you're not. No, you're not.
If you're moving on to Randy and Cody, he's not going to be in the title picture.
He's not going to be moving on. They're just going to insert Randy into the title picture.
No, I think Punk's moving on because he's going to take on the winner of Sammy and Balor, and then if it's going to be Sammy, and then if you believe the rumors of Owens coming back, they're probably going to do Punk Owens at some point.
That I would actually look forward to and pay to see.
Yeah,
I would pay to see that. The
Randy
promos
Rhodes. That feud's probably going to go till the end of the year. Before they circle back to Punk and Cody potentially at Mania.
I thought the match just was too damn long. It went slow. I feel bad for Punk. It looked like he shit himself.
Again.
He should have worn his brown. He should have worn his brown pants.
Should have had a Z-Pack.
Yeah, but yeah, I noticed at the beginning, like and it looked like the cameras were trying to like get away from it, but when you wear that green, it kind of stood out. But
yeah, it was.
Who knows?
No, I'm talking about just the fact that he shit himself.
CM Punk should never attempt a fucking moonsault ever.
Yeah, he tried to emulate Terry Funk, and
failed.
He wasn't Terry Funk, and he wasn't Terry Brunk.
That's why I just started queuing up "Your Old Fuck You" by Anal Cunt for every time he screwed up something.
So
I will say this on that dive to the outside, he fucking overshot it.
Oh, what a fucking tragedy!
And I was actually kind of impressed by. Obviously it's kind of a botch, but I was kind of impressed by it, by Punk getting so much fucking air on it. I'm like, at least he's practicing it.
I think
no one was getting that past the state commission. Yeah.
I thought we were going to get in. But I thought we were going to get it in the main event. That's why, but
nope.
We didn't.
I knew we weren't.
Bottom line is, the right person won. Cody does not need that title right now. They need to keep him away from the title for a long time.
Punk doesn't fucking need it either.
What's the JJ? Lesser of two evils.
There's this mysterious.
You want the turd sandwich or the giant douche, JJ?
There's this mysterious thing that bookers need to learn. Then it's called elevating people, and you don't get to elevate people when the same motherfuckers won't give up their spots.
I thought it was called doing your job.
Well, yeah, elevating people is doing your job. Yeah,
something they don't do there apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I can answer that for you, Gina. They're both interesting enough. Having the belt doesn't matter. Punk and McIntyre proved that in Punk's case. Cody can do that if he had the right, and him and Randy should be able to do that due to all the history that they fucking have and all the stories they could tell.
Cody wants to have the gold thingy because Daddy. Yep.
We got a fellow Dardener.
It's what
It just
we do.
also depends on if that younger talent is getting over or can get over. Like a Braun Breaker, a Obafemi, a Jacob Fatu. Those are the type of guys I could possibly be. Them putting Braun Breaker in the tag title picture right now is a fucking crime. I
No,
don't
it's
care
not
what no
because
one
he's
says.
fucking
The
shite
fact
and
that
y'all don't want to admit it.
oh my god, get out! Hell no, he's not
Walking
shite.
nepotism
I don't
on
know
a
what
fucking
you're
stick,
seeing.
Mojo Rawley the second.
Hell
It's what
no.
we do.
It's what we do. Oh my god.
JJ, just for that, I hope you get.
How you know? How you know? Huh?
JJ, you deserve then Danhausen and Santino's co-GMs of SmackDown.
Motherfucker, I
Yes.
will fucking come to your house.
It's what we do.
But you know what I mean? I'm saying in terms of those guys, those should be your succession plan though. And or at least, you know, kind of your succession plan. But Braun right now is tiddling with a dead group in the mid card with the tag title pictures. Jacob's playing with his family members.
It's with the Gilmore Girls right now.
Well, he doesn't want to leave his family right now because that's all who he's messing with.
Polynesian Gilmore Girls over there. It's all they fucking do. It's just one family member fighting the next.
Wait. I have a.
It's just one family. All they do is fight with each other. That's all they do.
JJ.
That's all
Yes,
this
sir.
reign has been.
Hey. JJ, I have a question.
It's Roman and friends. Roman family and friends.
Hold on.
JJ, when I came into your live stream, we had an entire conversation. I walked into an entire conversation defending Nia Jax against nepotism. But you're saying that Braun Breaker is pure nepotism?
Yes, he is. And I'm tired of people acting like he's
Oh
not.
my god.
Yo,
He has fucking talent.
Rick
No, he
Steiner
fucking
got the
doesn't.
pull.
You have to. You'd have to be blind not to see it.
Didn't know
He's
Rick
a
Steiner
I'm
had
sorry,
pull like
pet
that.
you-
project, and that's all he'll ever fucking be. Y'all think just because you see it.
Wait. JJ, I'm sorry. You can't defend Nia Jax saying that she's earned her spot and it's not nepotism if you're going to say that Braun Breaker is a complete nepotism project.
Yeah, I
and
can
hasn't
because
been
Braun Breaker's
working.
the drizzling fucking shits.
Oh my god.
Raise your hand. How many of you have taken bumps?
JJ,
How many of you have
this is the
taken
only
bumps
time
around the
you'll ever
ropes?
hear me say this.
Raise your hand.
There's not a subject you could be any more wrong about. Braun Breaker is not the drizzling shit.
How many of you have taken bumps? How many of you want to run the ropes? How many of you worked a match? Raise your hand.
Does backyard wrestling count?
No.
I did backyard wrestling.
Yeah,
I
jumped
didn't
off
run
a
ropes,
ladder.
but I
Doesn't
took
count.
bumps and I worked
Doesn't
matches. Okay, take away your drink. I'm cutting you off, Gina.
Listen, Gina knows how to have a good time. Right. Oh, I agree, but I'm telling you that Bruce Pritchard has had a giant slobbering hard-on for this kid since day one, and it's been the detriment of everything.
As far as I keep saying I see Dr. C and I almost call him Dr. C. DJ. Yeah. Yeah.
I spent 6 minutes in Evil Medical School. I spent 6 minutes in Evil Medical School to get the degree from the University of Phoenix. You goddamn right I did. I earned it.
6 minutes.
That's how long it takes at the University of Phoenix.
That's how long it
No,
takes,
it takes way
DJ
longer
in
than
many
that, bro.
things.
6 minutes is
But,
a long time for DJ. Calm down.
Zing! That's what she said.
If I buy
Real
the
quick,
coat, would they make me a doctor?
Before we completely get off the tracks, as far as the Braun Breaker thing, DJ, I think it's as much as it sucks right now, I think they are slowly working him towards a babyface turn. And I think that's where this is going to lead with the whole Vision shit to finally blow it up. But, that's just my guessing.
One
But-
of them gets hurt.
But back to again, as far as Cody Punk is, as far as future contenders, he has a few, especially if Owens does come back. Kevin Owens is a big opponent for CM Punk because those two could definitely weave in between the lines between work and shoot to get people thinking they're shooting on each other when they're really just working everybody, and they can actually make a fuck ton of money between those two. And also if Sammy's involved. So that could be kind of an interesting lead for them. For Cody, obviously it's going to be him and Randy for the next few months. Let's hope they know how to tell a fucking story now. And now that the belt isn't in the way, because Cody and Randy never needed the belt in the first place.
But they need a jelly roll. Yeah,
And maybe
this is 2026 Randy Orton we're talking about.
But any other last thoughts on this Punk Cody match?
I thought this was the biggest disappointment of the night.
I knew it was going to be a
More than
disappointment.
This match should have been bet. No, main event I thought was going to go how it went. A little less violent than I thought, but exact time frame. This match should have been better than what it really was. And the fact it wasn't, I understand now why it wasn't a main event, because once again, Randy Orton, the big 2-6, is not the way you want to end your pay-per-views. And the match it didn't deliver. I don't know if it's because they're just not good together, or the match just went too long for them. I don't know. This match should have been better than what it was.
It was definitely it going too long, and I think it's the continuing trend of Cody Rhodes not being able to have good main event matches. Ergo why they didn't feel comfortable letting him close the fucking show, at least in my eyes.
No, that's not the reason it didn't close the show. It's because Brock is a cunt, and if he doesn't go on last, he goes on first, and they couldn't put the Hells in Cell match on first.
Mind if I just did for a second here?
Which in hindsight now, actually, and that's the segue to the last match, because I'm gonna go get into it now, because in hindsight now, this should have opened the fucking show.
No
Wait,
shit.
Before you go on a tangent, DJ, I just want to say that it seems that Brie Bella did suffer a serious, legitimate injury to her shoulder.
Oh no, she was fucked.
My surprised face.
Great.
So AJ may not come back because we may just end up getting a singles program between Paige and Nikki.
What did I do to deserve that? What did we do to deserve that? Put that shit on main event. What the fuck did we do to deserve that? Nikki Bella versus Paige. We did nothing wrong. Why do we need to be punished?
This is why we can't have nice things.
I blame JJ for basically hating half the roster. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
No.
At least that's something different.
We can't. Gina, let me shit on your dreams right now. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. It's not even that. Paige can't work with someone like Lyra and do the shit Lyra can do.
Yeah, she can't keep up anymore.
Do Lyra shit.
Bro, that
You know
neck's
what I mean?
gone
Her
as soon
bump,
as she hits that finisher.
her bump card is limited as shit. Ergo,
Right.
why they kept her out of that tag match for about 80% of that match until she had to tag in, do her solid 6 spots she can do, and then they went to
Right.
the finish
Yeah.
because that's all Paige can do. So in terms, I don't even know if they'll do a singles match between her and Nikki because I don't know if they're comfortable letting her do one.
That's going to be your women's featured match of Saturday Night Main Event next month.
Probably.
Maybe
Alexa's selling the fake injury
could
right
be
now.
better, but
At least Alexa could carry it. That's the thing.
Yeah, she could.
Alexa can work. No, Alexa knows how to work though.
Right.
A lot different than Lyra too. Alexa isn't really technical. She's more of a smart worker, to where Lyra's a technical worker. She knows how to get into shit and do shit.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to help her. You have to be able to work with her too. You know what I mean? To where Alexa can just lead anyone through a fucking match. So, but yeah, let me get back to my tangent real quick, because main event, Oba versus Brock 3. This should have opened the show. I don't know why the fuck they made Liv and Io open the show, even though it was a solid opener. But in hindsight, with what we fucking got and how long we got it for, this definitely should have opened the fucking show.
Fucking told y'all.
Whoever formatted this show needs to get bitch slapped.
That would be Brock Lesnar.
That's what we do.
Well, Brock Lesnar needs to get bitch slapped by Sable.
It's what we do.
Because I'm not willing to do it.
I fucking told y'all this match was gonna suck, and no one listened to me. I fucking said it for the last 2 months that this match was gonna suck balls, and no one listened to me.
Hold on. No, JJ, you've said for the past 2 months that every Brock and Oba match sucked, and
Well,
that's
they all
where
have.
I vehemently disagree.
They've all been fucking terrible.
No, that's where I vehemently disagree with you. This one, you're right. You're 100% right. You're not wrong. I'm not going to disagree with you on this one. But the other 2 matches, they were good for what they needed to do and what they needed to accomplish.
Please tell
the
me
first
what was.
match, Oba
please tell
pretty
me.
much squashing Brock.
Tell me what was your favorite? What was your favorite part of the last 2 matches? Where was it Brock doing 14 F5s and Oba kicking out, or Oba doing the same 3 moves and then fucking doing nothing else?
First match, or I can tell you the first match easily. Oba no-selling Brock shit, looking like $1 million, and watching Brock sell.
And as I told you, you know what happens when
this guy is actually on my level.
You know what happens when Oba no-sells all of Brock's shit? It makes every other guy that's faced Brock in the past 2 years look irrelevant.
No, it didn't. It got Oba over like $1 million, and it actually put him onto Brock's level somewhat. You cannot sit here and tell me that WrestleMania match with Brock and Oba did not do what it needed to do and help get Oba over to a different level.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see where it comes at after this.
Don't sit here and say, okay, answer the question. I was genuinely asking a question here, because
their first match went, what, 6 fucking minutes, and it was power move, and I'm done. It was boring as fuck. It was overshadowed by Brock doing the fake fucking retirement spot, which, in hindsight, was the dumbest fucking thing they could have done. And then the second match, you know Brock's going to get his win back, so what the fuck is the point of watching the match? And it was another 6 minutes of fiddle fuckery. And then we get this match, which was god fucking awful.
No, again, the first 2 matches, I think you're highly talking out of your ass. But again, the last match, I agree with you. It was definitely awful. They did not need to do what they needed to do specifically in this match. I told Brandon while we were while we were waiting to start the show, that these guys had a 30-minute match in 10 minutes, and it was fucking crazy. I don't know how to explain it. Bye. But, like, I don't know what they were thinking with this match. This was definitely a lackadaisical Hell in a Cell match. It didn't even need to be a Hell in a Cell match. They could have just did a street fight, because they barely even used a cell in the first fucking place.
Not barely, period. They did not use a cell at all.
They used more Thunder than they did anything else.
No, they did. No, Brandon, they did technically use the cell. Oba used the cell to hold the table up so Brock can go through it.
So God, stop.
They did to the 2% degree they used the cell, but this could have been a street fight, a no holds bar match. This did not need to be a Hell in a Cell match.
Could have been a
This
Punjabi prison.
I think the most offensive spot in the fucking match is Brock undoing the fucking padding, giving Oba a tombstone, him kicking out in two and no selling the fucking tombstone.
Yep.
That killed all aura of everything. Whoever came up with that spot is a fucking moron.
That would be Brock
Well,
Lesnar.
so proud.
And whoever thought it was okay to do that spot and was like, yeah, Brock, do that spot, is a fucking spineless moron. Tell him no.
So then DJ,
What's
DJ,
the worst thing he's gonna do? Walk out again?
DJ, if I may, if Oba kicking out at 2 from Brock giving him a tombstone on the exposed wood was the dumbest thing ever, then why is it okay for Oba to no sell all of Brock's fucking finishers besides that?
I wouldn't say no sell. I say barely sell. He didn't sell a F5.
You just went back and said the first 2 matches they had was great because it was Oba just not selling all of Brock's shit.
No,
if that
I
was
said
so
the
great,
first match. Hold on. I said the first match it was good because it helped get him over to Brock's level. Yes, it was effective in that situation, JJ. Are there certain things that are effective in certain... Hold on. May I ask you as a booker, are there certain things that are effective in certain situations that you are supposed to do, like no selling?
No selling is never effective.
I disagree.
No selling
highly.
should never fucking exist in a match.
Tell that to every Hulk Hogan fan ever. No selling is never effective.
All right. Now, okay. You
tell that to every Ric Flair
number one, let me preface by saying fuck Hulk Hogan.
Effective.
But number 2, most of Hogan's early WWF shit was him selling for fucking 80% of the match and then hulking up and winning.
I just want to jump in here quickly. I gave this match 5 stars just for the sake of JJ going nuclear for the last 2 minutes, dropping more F-bombs, and anything, and Corny even losing his stuff. I mean, yes, there was a lot of just hokiness in this match. Yes, it was a lot of no selling, but you know what? It got a reaction. It got JJ and Corny to be on the same side and go nuclear. That alone was worth the price of admission.
Chris,
I didn't go nuclear. I just said, what the fuck was that? Because it was bad.
Would it have been 6 stars in the Tokyo Dome, though?
Yeah, 5.5.
Would have been 7 if the Young Bucks were in it.
I will ban you from the next show if you say anything else. I'm going to just stop right there.
Oba's big clunky ass couldn't even figure out to walk 2 steps forward to do his finish on the boards. Greener than a leprechaun's dick.
Let me ask you, was that an Oba thing, or was that maybe Brock not wanting to take the bump?
Brock was already taking the bump. He wouldn't have cared.
That was definitely Oba not knowing his placement.
If this is the future of the business, the future does not look good.
I disagree. That crowd was into it.
Now, JJ, when you say that, are you looking at it from his works point or him being over?
I'm looking at everything surrounding the character and everything that has surrounded how he has been shoved down our fucking throats since he first debuted in NXT. He was brought in wrong. He was pushed wrong. He was overpushed wrong. He has a stupid fucking fake accent. The Timu Umbaku shit is a fucking caricature. He fucking can't even fucking focus when he's walking to the ring. He has to sit there and count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for a simple fucking strut. He can do 3 fucking moves and then he's lost like a deer in headlights. He needed way more fucking time in developmental. Way more fucking time. And now he's just been shoved down our throats and up our asses simultaneously. And now where do you go with him? You can't put him in the fucking ring with Roman. Roman will embarrass him. Punk wants to call him out, fine. That match will be fucking 50 fucking shades of shit. He never learned how to work.
But tell me how you really feel.
I'm also sick of the fake Nigeria shit. Yes, he is of Nigerian descent, but his family is in fucking Alabama.
I think his family is actually, some of his family is in Nigeria. They actually
They said his
mentioned that
father
today.
From Nigeria.
They said his father and mother and sisters were in Nigeria. No, they're not. They live in Alabama. His family moved here when he was 5 fucking years old. He grew up in Alabama and went to the University of fucking Tennessee. He's
Alabama.
as Nigerian as I am old school Italian. Guess what? Yes, there's Italian in my veins. I ain't never set foot in the motherland.
No, he's legitimately born and raised in Nigeria. He attended the University of Lagos and the Nigerian University Games Association during his freshman season in 2016. And then in the fall, in 2017, he relocated to the U.S. So he's legitimately
Getting
from
that off
Nigeria. This ain't an
Wikipedia?
act. That was legit. His background from where the fuck his thing is. I don't know, wherever his fucking shock put fucking bio is from.
Anything else on this match though, other than it being an utter disappointment and
Apparently,
Third
obviously
worst-
the worst.
Third worst Hell in a Cell match of all
again-
time.
apparently Oba's 6'10
I-
Apollo Crews.
I will say this: I half agree with JJ's take on this. This was a terrible match, definitely the worst of the three. But the fact that he's sitting here saying Oba is shit and the first two matches sucked, I'll strongly disagree with that. Especially
Yeah,
the first match.
The first match was good. The second one was.
Second match wasn't as good as the first. I'll agree as that, but it wasn't a terrible match, and it did what it needed to do because Brock. Everyone knew it was a foregone conclusion. Everyone knew Brock had to get his win back.
I
Plus,
think
we
if
know
this
that
wasn't.
we know that Brock Lesnar is in the last 10 years is just a finisher spam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's expected at this point. Suplex, 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 F5, F5, F5.
That's why I've been
That's all
saying
Brock
he's
is
boring
anymore.
for the past 15 years.
No,
If
I
this
think Brock
wasn't.
but I'm saying some of the best moments though is when Brock Lesnar has been vulnerable and has done the job effectively. Goldberg beating him in 2 minutes, one of the biggest upsets in history. No one saw that shit coming.
I did.
Oba beating Brock at Mania, one of the biggest upsets ever. No one saw that shit coming. Yes, I agree with you, JJ, on the point you made that his retirement angle did fucking overshadow most of the match in general. But that match itself helped got over to a main event level. And they have, and I also agree with you on another point. They have been shoving him down our throats. They're pushing him to the fucking moon. Fuck a rocket. They strapped 7 of them shits onto him. They can't. They made him win King of the Ring for no fucking reason. I was one of the few people touting that it was a dumb decision. And him throwing away the opportunity made it even more meaningless. Which we could have used that to help elevate someone to set level that Oba was already pretty much at. But I don't think the first match was definitely not terrible. I definitely don't think he's shit and completely green. He does have some fine tuning that he still needs, but I think WWE is trying to rush on the fact that he's a short-term investment. He ain't long-term. It's not like this motherfucker's going to be taking arm drags in the first match.
If he's not a
main event or
long-term
bust.
investment, then don't be saying he's the future of the fucking business.
They're saying that because he's young. I don't think he's in terms of long-term investment. I think Braun Breaker. You may not see it, but I do.
Okay, so JJ, gun to your head, you have to pick one. Who do you see for the long haul, Breaker or Oba?
Shoot me in the fucking head. I will gladly die.
Nah, you got.
No, you said
gotta
gun to
pick
my
one.
head. Shoot me in the fucking temple.
Hey, you did. The gun's his long-term
The
vision.
gun is the option.
I mean,
It's what we do.
JJ's defense, his long-term option is probably Austin Theory.
Oh, then we'd be all fucked.
If Austin Theory didn't happen like 5 years ago, it ain't happening now anytime soon.
Austin Theory's thing is that he had all the potential in the world, but then squandered it.
He was
didn't
like the
squander shit.
prototypical like Vince guy. And then
He wasn't a Vince guy. He was a Triple H guy. Why doesn't everyone have
No,
a
he
fucking
was
Triple H?
definitely
he was
a
like
Triple H guy that Vince liked.
he was a
Right.
Triple H guy that like fit the Vince McMahon mold of what a star is supposed to look like. And he was probably well on his way to that. And then Vince decided to shit on his girlfriend's head and it hit the fan, and all that went away for Theory. Theory is not touching the main event scene, I don't think, ever again.
I was gonna say, JJ, out of everyone in the roster right now, at least all the young guys, who would you say is the future? I throw Javon, all right, not over Javon. Would you throw Javon in the fucking conversation as the future?
1000%.
Okay, all right, there we go. I can go with you on that one.
Trick.
No.
Nope.
Fuck no.
Trick's a big
Why?
fish in a
Fuck
small
no.
pond.
Trick was a 5-year project that is finally now panning out.
Trick is the new Montel of Octavius Porter.
Jeez.
That's actually a valid comparison.
Hey, yo. Honestly, I can't think of anyone else who's young on the main roster.
Because I was saying this time last year that Trick was in NXT for 4 years at that point. And I'm like, he's been there too fucking long. If they believed that he was going to do something, they would have brought him up already. And yeah, he's fucked.
And they had to send him to TNA to actually get some seasoning. Because
to get some seasoning. But again, all I see right now is an entrance merchant. As far as his matches,
that's true.
He's done nothing to stand out as far as his matches. His promos have been decent to subpar at best.
Right.
He's a good, not great in-ring performer. He's passable, if that's what you want to go
passable. By. Yeah, passable is yeah.
Which is what, like...
It's a choice. Yes.
Which is what
it's
you
a
need,
choice of wording.
WWE is not, like, you need, like, Chad Gable's level of in-ring, like, work rate. You need to be, pretty much, if you're not Jey Uso and you don't wind yourself out in the middle of your entrance, if you have charisma and you have the look, you're pretty much set in WWE for the most part.
See, but my expectation for people, my default expectation for WWE talent is Liv Morgan. At least in ring, at least, you feel me? Liv's not great at everything, but she does everything good enough to where she's definitely above average. She's decent in ring. She's not terrible. She can do some shit. She just had a banger match with Io.
She's passable in ring. Right. And then she has an amazing look.
She has an amazing look.
Balances out everything else.
Personality, for her personality, it works for her. She can fit. She does the bitchy blonde thing perfectly because that's her.
It's in WWE. You just need to excel at least one thing that's not work rate, and you're probably set. As long as everything else is passable, you're probably set for the most part.
No, but and like to argue against JJ a bit, I see that in Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has charisma for days. He has athleticism for days. He has the look. He does. You don't think that kid has charisma?
Considering the moment they had him start cutting his own promos instead of Heyman, and he sounded like the most stupid fucking Giga Chad on the fucking planet. Yeah, he has zero fucking charisma. I'm going to make fun of Seth Rollins. My nose like this. Give me a fucking
Are you
break.
sitting here?
Stupid ass fucking Mojo Rawley motherfucker.
I think you just don't like him. I think it's a personal thing.
Scott no-show to booking.
I've never been in the same fucking room as him, but I can tell when someone's fucking being pushed for the wrong fucking reasons.
I don't even call him being pushed right now. He's the third wing of the Vision.
Right.
Because
He's not
they
even
know
being
they
pushed.
can't put him in the main event because no one will fucking buy it.
Because Roman doesn't want to work with him. Let's call it like it is.
No, because I don't think it's...
No, Roman would work with him, and Roman would embarrass him.
I don't think he does. If you're paying attention to what Roman's been feuding with, it's people he's comfortable with, Rollins, and then he had to do Punk because he had to get the title somehow. I guarantee you his next feud's probably going to be fucking Solo. This whole reign is going to be family and friends.
Here is the uncomfortable truth right now about WWE. They are run by basically a private equity firm about
Yep.
getting the most cash.
Yep.
Rollins and Roman is an easy sell. Punk and Roman is an easy sell. They're not looking for making long-term stars yet. Maybe down the line, but we're going to get
May of next year.
yeah, because we're getting the greatest hits. They're trying to bang out as many tickets as they can, sell as much merchandise as they can, and try to get UFC's debt under control. Try to get the stock price up so they can then start negotiating new TV deals, and then they'll worry about let's get the new crop. But until now, Roman's going to work with guys who are household names. If you're not interested in building young kids take time. Young kids are a risk, and I know we all say Unreal's not a real show, but there is some truth to it. And what Triple H says is basically, I am not right now comfortable taking risks. My job is about keeping the prices going, having safe big events, and household names are safer than trying out a kid, having him fail, and people going, "Oh, well, you screwed up."
It's not working. If that's quote unquote his job, it's not working. And we can't keep blaming TKO for for WWE's shitty creative right now. When the guy is sitting there touting how awesome the writers are and how awesome they are at their job, don't criticize us. Don't blame us when things go wrong because said wrestler can't get over because we're doing stupid shit with them. Yeah, that's on Triple H.
That's also basic corporate
the alternative
speak for the cameras.
I get it. It's better than what Vince was a few years ago. Yeah, it was. But it's not. You can still put asses in seats and put on a good product at the same time. He has shown that. Even under the TKO umbrella, he's shown that. For some reason, everything switched the moment Jey Uso won a Royal Rumble. It's just been a slow decline creatively for him since. That's not on TKO. That's on Triple H phoning it in.
It's on TKO in terms of the merch. Like Danhausen being put on 3 shows. That's a TKO call. Because they now see this mainstream thing. It's all about synergy. That's why we're getting Tom Brady at Mania Saudi.
Yep.
They want merch. They want to be on ESPN. They want to show people, hey, we're more than a wrestling company. We are a sports entertainment merchandise company. We can sell anything. And so that's why we get Danhausen and the ice cream truck on all 3 segments. That's why we get Jelly Roll. That's why we get Pat McAfee, who's represented by TKO. Yeah, creative's bad. And I'm the first person. You can ask JJ. I've ripped on creative a lot. But TKO is a big problem in that they don't want to go adult. They don't want to get risky. Let's keep on. We need to get that merch, that video game. Hey, we need to get those furry belts sold. Hey, we need to now get new TV shows and cooking shows. It's a lot of hands and a lot of pies, and you just don't rock the boat. And yeah, creative sucks, but you know what? The suckers are still buying it. They're still coming in. They're still selling tickets. Don't screw that up.
Right. On top of that all, and I've been saying this, you can ask Chris, I've been preaching this for months, is that the creative team is resting on their laurels because, number one, they know that come April of next year, there is a pyramid of fucking money, no pun intended, waiting in the Middle East. And so they're not worried about anything that needs to be planned past that date yet. And they're not going to start worrying until sometime around March of 2027. And that's going to be their downfall. On top of it, because you have a writer's room that's predominantly reality TV writers, they're used to turnover. They're not in the fucking Writers Guild. So they're like, oh, okay, fine, I'll just go get another job on whatever stupid fucking show TLC is pumping out this week. I don't care, and leave. And I'm calling this now. I guarantee you, come fucking May of 2027, you're gonna see fucking Michael Hayes say, you know something, I think it's time I started moseying on down that dusty trail, and Bruce Pritchard going, yeah, I think it's time for me to start retiring, and leave Triple H holding the bag with a creative team that it hasn't been doing shit because they got that last Saudi paycheck and now they're done. I'm not saying Triple H doesn't hold any blame in this.
this. Not at all. But what I am saying is there's a whole lot of people that are at fault. And to put the blame on one person, not so much.
You think it's fair because we did the same thing with Vince. You blame, let's put it this way. Well, use sports here as an analogy here. When a LeBron James led team loses in the finals, no one sits there and says, well, it's because Kevin Love over here fucking shot 0 for 12. No, it's all blamed on LeBron. It's blamed on the figurehead. It's blamed on the top guy. It's blamed on that guy. That's Triple H. Yes, the blame will fall on Triple H. It's also why when SmackDown starts going downhill ratings-wise, a lot of people blame Cody because Cody is the guy. He's the franchise player. He's there like the LeBron James, the like franchise player. Everything, all the success is because of him. But you know what? All the blame is also because of him. That's what it is.
I agree with a certain point, BT. I think the difference, though, is Vince owned the company. So he could literally fight back against Ari and the rest of them at the time because, hey, I have controlling interest. You don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want to do. Triple H has no management skills. He could be thrown out the door tomorrow, and they'll get somebody else.
Right. It's like I mentioned
again.
yes.
I'm not before JJ interrupt. Sorry, I'm not blaming Triple H. There's a lot of blame, but this is now a different ownership that has more control. And Triple H is an employee at the end of the day. He's not LeBron. He is Kevin Love.
That's good. Yeah.
I don't think Ari Emanuel and the other Mark Shapiro are sitting there being like, hey, book this match, this match, this match. They're probably like telling him, hey, we want feature Danhausen as much as you want. Probably that. I can see that. But they're not telling him, hey, half-ass this person, Julia's booking. They probably don't know who the fuck Julia is. Or just don't do anything else. Just keep. Like, they don't tell him how to format the show. They give him a pointer like, hey, we want Danhausen involved a little more. Like, give him a little more segments here and there. That's probably what all they do. They're not sitting there telling him, book this, book this, book this.
I agree with you on a sense. I think that.
Sorry. Go ahead, Brandon. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I think it's more like broad strokes, bullet points that they give Triple H to who they want to see based on their metrics.
Right.
You know, the Danhausens, and then it's up to Triple H to figure out how to format him into the shows.
And
so it's not that they're in the weeds doing the little, the micromanaging, but they are macro managing.
Right. You've got merchant and you've got the merchant R&D people sitting in on the creative fucking meetings every Monday going, well, this is what we want. And this focus group said this, and this person said this. And am I saying Vince was better? No, by any fucking means. But the one thing that Vince did do, which was different because he had that control, was Vince was fucking psychopath. And if he got a wild hair up his ass at 1:30 in the morning, he would text everyone in the goddamn creative team, and they had to be at his house within 35 minutes. I know because I've been told by friends who worked on the fucking creative team. Like, you had to fucking step to and be there. The writers now, they get to punch a time clock and go home. They can. It's like, oh, we got an email. Well, we'll go over it at 8:00 tomorrow morning. It's a different. It's a different thing, and there's way more corporate synergy fucking nonsense now because of the fact that it's there, and you've got people sitting there who know nothing about it, who are sitting there going, well, no, but the metric on this person is up, and we noticed that ever since we released this shirt, this person does this, and blah 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 blah, and then he's got to sit there like a neutered fucking puppy and take it right up the ass.
And the other thing we haven't mentioned is
puppies.
Is a paradigm. They have a big factor in it with Ari Emanuel. They are a big factor with Nick. Most of these guys we see get pushed, they're with Paradigm. They are with the Power Agents. So yeah, Triple H probably isn't getting macromanaged, but there's probably let's say suggestions. I use suggestions loose, like we really need to feature Liv because she's going to do a movie soon, and we need to tie this in. Okay, Cody and Roman, they're in that new Street Fighter game. We got to push that. And it just gets there because you start going, well, these people need more time. These people need more time. And slowly the people who aren't protected or aren't represented get, the short stick.
Yep. Kitty. Who's got the cat? Oh, it's Brandon's got the cat. Okay.
The only pussy he gets.
I agree with you. Triple H is not, he deserves some blame. But this is a different just WWE than we're used to. This is a corporate synergy. Different groups are fighting for different fractions. And we still haven't even talked about The Rock, who, let's face it, he has also screwed things up since he's come back.
He'll be back tomorrow.
He won't.
He won't. He's doing the whole. He's dropped so much weight because of his new Safety movie.
He's gonna. He's not. If he shows back up, it's not gonna be till January, dude.
We'll see.
He needs to fucking bulk up again.
I told you that, DJ. I told you he's got movies in the pipe. He's not just going to drop them. His movies may not be making money, but he still has booking movies.
We'll see.
He's not hard up for work.
He wants the Oscar. That's why he's doing the whole thing with what's his face. Oh God,
Scorsese.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the one thing he can't get yet.
All right, so real quick, last topic of the night. Predictions for tomorrow. What are we expecting?
KO returns.
Nah.
Help
Just
Sammy
KO.
win.
Sammy win, KO return. Hub, what about you? You look like you're thinking.
I feel like you got to end with a moment, and it can't be just Roman beating Rollins.
Dwayne's coming.
Oh, what I've been saying for weeks. Oba's going to come out and take the title.
I don't think it's going to be Dwayne. If it is, then it's clear that Roman rocks Mania. But I feel like you got to end. Usually SummerSlam ends with like a moment. That's what it's kind of been known as now. Last year you had Brock's major return. A few years ago you had, who the fuck was it a few years ago?
Cena.
Yeah,
It was Cena who. I think it was Cena who returned on Roman, didn't he?
That was at Money in the Bank.
Brock again, and then you had Becky Lynch come back at SummerSlam. You had usually SummerSlam's the like big returns kind of thing, or the big
That's why I
moments.
say KO.
Yeah, I don't
KO.
count 2026 Randy Orton is a big fucking moment.
R&D
Kevin
does.
Owens returning from a neck injury.
The man gets fucking hurt sneezing.
We're
not talking about Jay White here.
Yeah, Roman's gonna go over clean tomorrow night. He's gonna vanquish his nemesis.
Yep, the end of the 400-year Shield War. I think we're gonna get a big moment tomorrow, and I think it's gonna be after the Rollins Reigns match. What it's gonna be, no fucking idea. But I don't think it's gonna end with just Roman with the La Fala and the other four Samoans just circling around him like some cult with their fingers up in the air and fireworks go off.
I think basically Roman wins, Zilla Fatu helps him, and Roman introduces the new heir to the bloodline. And we start seeing
I
Zilla
will unleash
and
the
Jake
biggest fucking rant ever. If the Oliver Twist,
we'll be live again.
Oliver Twist of professional wrestling is the big moment tomorrow. The fucking please, sir, may I have some more, motherfucker? Is your big moment tomorrow?
Like, DJ, do you have a backup prediction in case Dwayne doesn't show up?
Drew McIntyre shows up and finally restarts the Bloodline Hunter fucking gimmick. I'd be so with it, because then you can kind of start it with him somewhat finishing the him and Jacob, not finishing, but rehashing the him and Jacob thing. Then he goes through the Usos. Then he ends with Roman, and that's something new for Raw.
Yeah.
And I think Drew has done everything he's needed to do on SmackDown. Yeah. He's won the title. He's faced Cody. He's faced every other top guy. Go to Raw, get your belt back.
Be a
You
good
know, you
fourth
can
heel for that
rehash
War Games match.
Yeah, but that means Roman can't face Solo now,
So
which is
Oh
what he
no.
wants.
for the heels.
Why?
Which is what he fucking wants.
LOL brand extension. It
I'm
doesn't
telling
matter.
you, fuck, I'm
Brand
telling you,
split, LOL.
I'm telling
Thank
you,
If
you.
you're
fucking
gonna
Solo.
do it, if
You
you're
guys are
gonna
gonna be
steal
so
my
disappointed.
catchphrase, steal it
Solo's
right.
next for that fucking title.
I just want the big thing to happen, which is Chelsea Green now wins the interim title. JJ goes.
I actually think that's legitimately on the table. Just
Hell no.
specifically because it's either going to be Charlotte or Chelsea. Charlotte
be
because
Charlotte.
they're horny to do Rhea and Charlotte again, or it's going to be Chelsea because they are fucking moment whores.
It's going to be Charlotte because of the fact that they want to push Jade and Charlotte, and they think they need a belt for that program. And yes, I know it's only an interim belt, but it's still a belt. And on top of it, Chelsea Green's not going to sniff anything ever since it got revealed she's friends with a fucking pedophile.
Ah,
Publicly traded
Wait,
companies
but AEW
don't let friends of pedophiles hold belts.
I was going to
Here,
say,
watch you
isn't
wins the
the
interim now.
AEW World Champion Kenny Omega?
What?
Isn't Kenny Omega the world champion in AEW?
Yeah, I said publicly traded companies.
I know. I was saying it before you threw in the publicly traded part.
Y'all need to put some respect
Bro, we know
on
how
the
many
main
friends of
eventer,
pedophiles
Kenny
there are in
Omega.
AEW. It's all elite pedophile friends over there.
Put some respect on the main eventer, Kenny Omega.
Yeah. That's why the ratings keep dropping since he won the title.
No, it's because the show sucks.
I mean, both can be correct.
The show's not good.
But
That's what happens when you try to fudge the numbers by doing a triple overrun.
Shit,
they
that
actually
segment was
screwed
good.
themselves by doing that.
Omega wasn't the heel. Just heads up. He didn't fucking
was.
turn.
What?
He didn't fucking turn.
Oh, I know.
Timeout.
That
Did
wasn't a
Kenny
heel turn.
Omega turn at the pay-per-view last week?
No.
No.
Did he not play the heel during that promo
No.
No.
this past Wednesday?
No.
No.
You're all fucking nuts.
No, dude.
No,
it was
you just
more
don't-
babyface, stupid fuckery of, I thought you were my friend, bruv. I really respect you. I respect you too,
It was
bruv.
like
I want
it
to
was like
suck your
Obi
dick
and
in this ring,
Anakin,
bruv.
but filled with compliments.
Right. It
Yes.
was fucking
It's
35
like they were
minutes of
giving each
ass.
other the Stewie. It's like they were giving each other the Stewie Griffin compliment sandwich.
It was all
I
ass.
love you. I thought you were my
All
brother.
elite ass.
No, he's not. No, the whole thing is going to end towards Ospreay turning heel when he pulls the trigger and fucking caves Omega's head in.
I just don't care.
Why does every major storyline in AEW now has to end with murder?
Because they set that bar.
true.
But I think that's going to wrap us up for tonight. JJ, thank you. Chris, thank you. Dr. Gina, thank you. Hollywood Gump, thank you. Main Event Hub, thank you. My son, DJ, thank you.
Oh, fuck you, Alfred.
Oh, wow.
You guys are more.
Wow,
You guys
Chris
are more
jumped
than willing.
As soon as I said thank you.
Yeah, you guys are more than willing to come on the stream tomorrow night. I'll send you guys fucking invites again. Chris is gonna be there.
As long as you come on back for the post show.
Of course. That's a fair trade off.
Yep.
At least we figured out what the glitch is now. You just can't show your pretty face no more.
It's okay though, JJ. You still have a leg up on the competition.
Human leg on a
Zach
pole
Gowen
match.
ain't got nothing on me.
Human leg on a pole match. Book it.
Listen, when I said I play with Legos, I did not mean that, JJ, okay?
Leg O's, but I'm bummed.
I love me some Kerry Von Erich.
But thank you everyone who's been watching. We'll be back tomorrow when we go live one more time. This has been episode 30 shit. I think we're 35 already or 36. I don't even remember at this point.
Yeah, Grandpa lost count. That's the Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Yeah, people actually listen to this show. 34. So thank you very much, and we will see you all tomorrow.